The Second Amendment says, "A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed." This amendment has been an issue and has been a debate ever since the Constitution was written. In 1939, in the case of the United States v. Miller, the Supreme Court determined that Congress would not regulate sawed-off guns that had moved in interstate commerce under the National Firearms Act of 1934. After many years, this issue was brought up again in the case of District of Columbia v. Heller in 2008, where Heller challenged the Washington, D.C. handgun ban. In a 5-4 decision, the court decided that the D.C. handgun ban violated the right of the Second Amendment that established an individual right for U.S. citizens to possess firearms. In 2010, the Supreme Court revised the issue in the case of McDonald v. the City of Chicago. McDonald again challenged the Chicago handgun ban, which prohibited handgun possession by almost all private citizens. To own a gun in Massachusetts, one would have to register their gun and prove that they bought it. Certain guns are not allowed to be bought. If one wants to be able to carry a gun, they will need to have a license and permit to carry it. Massachusetts is ranked the 4th toughest in America for handgun laws. In 2012, small arms, ammunition, and accessories brought in about $11 billion, and that is a big help to the economy. In our opinion, people should be able to own and carry guns as long as they can go through all the procedures. Everyone who wants to own a gun needs to have background checks, and if they are charged with a felony, they should not have the right to own one, but if they're charged with only a misdemeanor, they should be allowed to. People who own guns should be required to put it in a locked safe to make sure someone who is not supposed to have the gun doesn't get to it, and the only person who should use the gun is the person who it belongs to.